My name is Uncle Frank. Well, my name is Frank. I must be an uncle to somebody. We're going to be started with the live Q&A in just a moment here. Welcome to my humble abode. Uncle Frank here in the house. I'm checking out my lighting situation. I feel like I'm a little in the shadows here. So we'll begin as soon as I figure out how to turn on more lights in this room. Got my windows open. Got my ceiling fan light on. Got my other lamp illuminating myself. Ooh, what if I turned the TV on and then pointed it at myself? That could eliminate a couple shadows. Maybe I'll give that a shot. Let me see. I'm gonna turn that on for a second. Let it boot up, as it were. Man, we already got some good audience members here. Some people joining us. I see my good pal Garbledine is in the house. What is up, Garbledine? Uncle Frank here. I believe I'm your uncle, or I could be somebody else. I don't know. My goal is to be here for at least an hour, or maybe less. I don't know. But I'm going to answer all your questions. So hit me with a question so I can answer it. That's what I'm doing here. A live Q&A. Thought I'd do something different. So hit me with those questions. I'll be here all night answering questions live and in person. Because, my name is Frank, and I know a few things, and I'm going to tell them to you as the theme song goes. And this is where a bunch of igloos and pyramids and fillet of fishes would just be flying through the screen as my intro starts up. Now, typically I go one topic at a time, and I'll tell you about such things. Like I had one the other day. I told you all about magicians and how I don't trust those sneaky magic men. You can't trust them. They go abracadabra and things disappear. It's unnatural. I had another one about stormtroopers and how they have terrible aim, but they really don't because they are servicemen and you gotta respect them. It was actually the ghost of Obi-Wan Kenobi deflecting all them lasers. You can check out all them videos on Super Hive Productions. I'm real good friends with that cool cat Mikey B, who makes all them videos. Yup. Certainly, yup. You should check them all out. I've done extensive research on a lot of topics. Yup. So, a lot of people have been begging me, Frank, you need to get back in the game. I've been lost without your wisdom. And, well, here I am, telling you all about my wise words. Ignore that ruckus out there. It's garbage day. So, yeah, I just had to hold my press conference on garbage day. I know, bad timing, okay? Now, to be fair, it's already past noon, and them lazy bums didn't pick up the garbage till like 1:30, so what you gonna do, So, glug, 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 gotta stay hydrated. So like I said, I'm gonna be here all day answering all your questions, so I gotta have a drink every once in a while. Looks like nobody's asking me anything. Garbledine does say garbage day. That's right, it's his favorite time of the day where he can just throw out things out the window and hit that garbage man in the head. And the garbage man, he just, has to accept it. So he just is raking up all that trash. I hope I don't make too much of a hoopla and wake up my neighbors. Probably wondering what's going on. Maybe let me shut my window. I need the light, but I don't need it open. I don't need my sound protruding out to the world. I'll be right back. I gotta find something to entertain y'all with. Here, look at the comic book while I'm gone. I'll be right back. It's gonna take just a second. Oh, and I'm back. That was quick. I am back. I'm back in the New York groove, as they would say. That was just a real quick thing. Had to shut the window. Don't want my hoopla out there in the world. People might steal my ideas and put it in a book. And I don't want that because I want all them royalties to myself. I'm currently writing a couple books myself. One of them is a cookbook, Uncle Frank's Fish Fillets and Other Tasty Treats and Fancy Feasts. I don't know, I'm still working on the title. Don't judge me. Also got a life coach book saying it's called The Way of Frank. That's real good. And there's gonna be some pop-ups in there because I was like, why have the pop-ups for only children's books and internet websites? I want some pop-ups to be like, hey, remember to do the thing I told you to do in chapter 1? Well, you can apply it in chapter 5 as well. So all that's going to be hitting the stores real soon. You can't do an ebook with pop-ups, which is sad, or an audiobook, or else I'd be on audible.com shouting my wisdom. I got a podcast in the works. Frank Explains It All, voice only, which I found out that people don't really care for my ugly mug, so I'm just going to remove that from the equation. I'm going to have a live speaking tour across the nation. I'm going to start off in Buffalo, New York, and I'm going to head my way down south to Richmond, Virginia, and then I'm going to go all the way down to Tallahassee, Florida, where the real rednecks are. Yeah, you can't trust those folks down in Florida. There's some crazy gator wrestling folks, and I thought my family was crazy. And then I'll be going back up to Tennessee, where I'm going to be doing a double tour with this guy named Papa John. This would be the Uncle Frank and Papa John tour. And he's got some things to apologize for. It's the Apologize For tour with Papa John, Uncle Frank. And I'm going to cause a whole lot of ruckus in Florida. And I'm probably going to have to apologize then and there too. So, get your tickets now for all that. Now, I'm still waiting on questions from all y'all to see what I can answer, what I can provide as way of enlightenment and advice for all y'all. Again, you should check out my videos. I've done a whole series. Uncle Frank explains all of it, or most of it, or whatever I call them. I forget sometimes. But you should all check them out. I'm going to do one on peanut butter and jelly. I don't want to spoil it now. But talking about the origins of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and how they taste so good, why they go so good together, and why it is a staple of the American cuisine. Okay, so you got to check that out. I'm thirsty again. It tends to happen when I gab too much. So I'm going to take my water. You know what's cool about the T-Mobile service? This is why I participate in T-Mobile. Is that they have T-Mobile Tuesdays, which they will give you free stuff like a water bottle. I just got myself a little knapsack and a little pillowcase, and I got myself a very expensive looking but probably really cheap T-Mobile toothbrush. That's right. So let me just guzzle down some water. Oh, and then I have some of this orange tangerine liquid enhancer. I'm just gonna put a couple little driplets in there, and you gotta put it in there so it makes your water taste good. So you can drink more water. Shake all up. All right. Oh yeah. Oh. I gotta save some for later. Stop, Frank. I said stop. Oh, it's too good. Just too good. Well, we finally got a question. It comes from, who are you? Madcap Photo. I believe I know who you is, but anyway, this person or organization was Flesh Freak from Florida. Now, let it be known that I have seen them Flesh Freak movies, so let me just go ahead and elaborate. From what I understand of Flesh Freak, the origin of that Gator Man, he very well could have been from Florida, but I do recall the Flesh Freak rap, which distinctly states that he was from the state of Rhode Island. I believe that is Rhode Island, for those of you who are not in the know. And yeah, so everything takes place in that tiny little state. I don't know if you've ever been to Rhode Island, but like literally if you take one giant step, like you cross over. And it doesn't matter which way you do it. It's not like one of them really long states like Chile, where it's just super long. No, it's like a square. It's like this. It's like a size of a flapjack, actually. It's just very tiny. But what were we saying? Oh yeah, the gator. Now perhaps the gator's eggs that Dr. Schwelling used probably came from Florida, which is like the breeding ground of all gators. So perhaps, yeah, maybe there is some origin in Flesh Freak, where he is from Florida. You know, I would love to see that explored in future iterations of that series. I'm still waiting on it. You guys better do another one. Flesh Freak 3 in 2019. Let's see it happen. Don't make promises you can't keep. Okay, yeah, we got some more comments here. Modcap Photo says, yeah, how could they forget? Well, yeah, I mean, I forget a lot of things. Sometimes I forget how to tie my shoe, and sometimes I tie them together and I trip down the stairs. So, you know, these things happen. Don't be too hard on yourself, or else gravity will do it for you. Flapjack, Rhode Island says, Garbledine, you are right. Not a lot of people know that Garbledine is the dean of Garbles University. Oh man, this stuff's good. So if you all haven't heard of Garble University, well, you need to get yourself an online course and learn yourself something or other. It's $150. The Introduction to Garbles University online course, where the Dean of Garbles himself will just pop right up and say, like, hey, I'm the Dean of Garbles University, and this is education about the university which you're watching right now. It was stated in 1957 or something, or 75, whatever. And he yaps on for about a couple more minutes. And then he goes, if you want to know more about the university, pay us $150 more. And then you do that, and you get a little bit more. And, now that I'm thinking about it, it was kind of a ripoff. I didn't learn anything. And then I went to the Wikipedia, and I learned all that for free. So, let that be the lesson to you. Skip formal education and do some Googling. That's right, most of the stuff I learned is from Google. Do we have any more questions out there? Like I said, I'll be out here for at least 20 more minutes. I think my hour's almost up. This has been a fun experiment in the way of live video. Can really connect with the fan. I say fan because only one person is watching right now. Hope you all watch this on repeat once I'm done. And it goes into the internet verse. I should tell you, I don't even know how Instagram actually works. I said to my Grammy, I said, hey Grammy, are you instant? And she goes, I don't even know what you're talking about. And I said, neither do I. And then we realized there was a gas leak. So, oh yeah, Garbledine. He's up here and I'm so proud that he's my friend. Man, I'm so blessed to have a friend like the Dean of Garbles. He says you can get associates or bachelors in garble, mumble, or muttering. Or muttering. Yeah, I think I got mine in muttering. I believe muttering is where you take two stray dogs and put them together and see what you get. You can garble, you can mumble, or you can mutter. But don't mutter at your mother. Man, that stuff's good. I think I need a refill of my orange drink. What else did I get at T-Mobile? You know, I signed up for T-Mobile way back in the day because my friend Corn Dog had it, and he was saying that he gets free movie tickets. And I was like, well, hot dog, let me get one of them free movie tickets. Because, man, movies are expensive. They could be $10, $12, $14 sometimes. And that's not even 3D. That's regular D. And you go there, and the floor is all sticky. They don't even wash. There's popcorn everywhere. And if you try to buy some of it, it's like another $14 for a little cup this size. And then you try to pour butter on there, and then they say, stop pouring so much butter. It's a real hassle. But of course, I love seeing movies. I want to see the newest ones. I want to be up on that. Because every movies these days, they got spoilers. People love to spoil them on the internet. and just, riding the bus, people would be shouting out like, Thanos killed everybody. Oop, that was a spoiler. You shouldn't have known that, but that's what they do. If you haven't seen Infinity War yet, you should probably catch up on that. This will not hydrate me. This will only make me thirstier. Let me take a breather. Let me take a breath. I'll tell you, I've been watching some of that Daredevil on television. Well, on television, I mean I'm on Netflix. And it's some pretty good stuff. I like the way he punches and he kicks and he karate chops people. Stuff I would do if I was out on the street, which of course I would never do any vigilante work. So yeah, Daredevil is a pretty good show. I highly recommend it to anyone who wants to see all them punches and kicks, and the guy does everything blind. Like, he's all like, I can't see, but I'll kick you anyway. Ugh. It's quite remarkable. Sometimes I think he's faking it though. Like, how do you know? How do you know who you're punching? You don't want to be punching the wrong person, and watch out, you get like a fist right in your cranium. Who's this? Someone says hello. Well, I'll say hello back. Hello, friend. Hello. Can you say hi? Hi, friend. Hi. Welcome, friends and fans alike. I'm Uncle Frank. Let me reiterate for all of our newcomers here. I'm Uncle Frank, and I will explain a multitude of things. Just ask me, and I will tell you what I think about this or that. And, yep, that's my gig. That's my shtick. Speaking of shtick, I got myself one of these selfie sticks. I don't even know how they work. I'm trying to poke at I got my phone propped up. I'm trying to poke at it, see if it does stuff. But my friend says, do I like Trump? Yeah, sometimes in poker you have to trump the other person by having the trump card. And in that regard, yeah, Trump is pretty cool, In other regards, well, I don't know. Are we talking about the President of the United States of America? President Trump? In that case, I guess I have to say yes. Because, I am a patriot. And patriots do support the president no matter who they is. Whether it's Donald J. Trump, or Barack Hussein Obama, or George W. Bush, or Bill Clinton, or George H.W. Bush. I can keep going. George H.W. Bush. I just said that. Ronald Reagan. Jimmy Carter. Gerald Ford. Richard Nixon. I'm thirsty again. Let me just swig on this. Of course, I'm a small government type of guy. So, I believe in restrictions. I believe in personal liberty. I believe in, community service. And I believe in gun control, as in, I control all the guns. That's right, I got myself an AK-47 at home, and nobody's going to be putting their hands on it but me. I got myself a pistol. I got myself a rifle. I got myself a bazooka. And I don't even have a bazooka to put in the bazooka, whatever they're called, the big missile things. I just have the thing that shoots it. I'm still trying to get my hands on one of them bazooks. But anyway, this is Uncle Frank talking. I am an uncle to some of you out there. My name is Frank to everybody. And I am full of advice. So just ask me anything. This is the live stream. This is, when I first tried to do live stream, I went out to my nature wilderness area. And I got in between the trees looking for a river that slowly forced itself into another waterway. And I thought, well, man, this stream is pretty live. It's a lively stream. I sat there and I learned a few things. And that's how I gained a lot of my wisdom. Now, I've slowly realized that's not what folks were talking about when they said live stream. And so I had to Google it, and I had no restriction, I had no ability to receive internet signal out there in the forest. So I came back home, and I Googled live stream, and it told me about the Instagrams. So now I'm here. Instagram live stream. I'm gonna need a refill real quick. And now here I am. Now, if you don't know what a bazooka is, who is you? Panda XV? What is that in Roman numerals? 15? 15 pandas? We got 15 pandas on the internet asking me questions. Well, to you pandas, I say, ni hao, and welcome to Uncle Frank's show. Uncle Frank explains most of it. A bazooka is a thing that you put inside a bazooka, of course. And it blows up everything. Kaboom! Kabooey! Kablooey goes the bazooki. What's another topic of discussion here? Anyone want to ask me another question? I can say hi. I can say hello. I do not shoot pandas with a bazooki. I do not. I do not hurt the woodland creatures unless it's hunting season and they're looking at me real mean. But pandas, I can't. They're endangered species. That's my limit. I said, nope, no thank you. I can't. Even if they're coming at me with 10 machine guns in each hand, I just can't. I can't hurt them. They're fuzzy little things. It's just not right. It's just not right at all. So I say no to animal cruelty unless you're gonna feed my belly. And that way, then that's just man over nature right there. That's just doing what you can to survive. I love going down to KFC. Because KFC, like, right outside the parking lot, it smells like chicken. It's just, like, it just brings you in. I float like a cartoon. I'm just like, right through the door. They got me hooked. That KFC, them biscuits, that corn, and that mashed potatoes, and the coleslaw, all the fixins. KFC. Popeye is pretty good too. So you have to get some chicken. You can go to Popeyes. You can go to KFC. You can go to ChickfilA. Oof. Went to ChickfilA earlier today. And gave myself a little heartburn. I must have been sinning because we all know that that's the Lord's chicken there. And they don't open on Sunday. Nope. Not one bit. They keep that day sacred and holy, which I'm all about. You gotta have boundaries. What froze, Panda? Are you living in the Arctic? Why are you frozen? Oh, Panda asks, what's on my hat? Well, I'll tell you something. My hat is a hat that I dug out of the garbage. It says Jurassic World on it. You can tell it's been around. I wear this hat to keep the sun out of my eyes, because I don't trust sunglasses. I mean, I feel like that's glasses for the sun, and it just magnifies and makes things worse. I've never done trust them. I need a good old shade hat right here. Keeps the sun out of my eyes. And I'm not particularly a fan of Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, or whatnot, but it is what it is. And people say, Uncle Frank, why didn't you just go down to the hat store and buy yourself a real hat? Why don't you just buy one that you like instead of rummaging around the trash like some sort of raccoon? And I'm like, because it was free. And I gotta save money where I can. Because you never know when you're gonna need to splunk down some cash on a brand new tire, or some fake teeth, or a sandwich for a hobo. Because you know what? Hobos, they need love too. Man, Panda's all about these questions. The Pandas ask, Frank, do you have a job? And I say, yes, sir, ma'am, or things. I do have a job. I've got myself a good old job. I'm actually a librarian. Believe it or not, I work at the library. Yep, that's where we make berries out of lye, and we just kind of wrap them up and go, yep, libraries, come get your libraries. And I'm a librarian. Trash Panda. Garbledine says Trash Panda. Trash Panda is a bad term for raccoons. It's derogatory, and we don't use it here. But Garbledine is the Dean of Garbles, and he's a well-educated man, almost as much as myself. So he gets a pass on saying Trash Panda. He gets a hall pass because he's the Dean of Garbles University. Shout out garblesuniversity.org. And I think they teach a whole semester on trash pandas, or I mean raccoons. So you can check out that. You can get yourself a degree, associates or bachelor's, doctorate in muttering. That's at Garbledine University, or the Dean of Garbles, just Garbles University. Shout out to Garbledine. And somebody's waving at me. We got J.M. Bogarts. Yeah, I'll wave back. Hello, fan. Hello, friend. Woody woo. Wooty. Woody woo. Alright. Yeah, and I'll wave at you. Woody woo. Woody woo. I'm Uncle Frank. I'm here to answer questions. I'll be here for another 20 minutes or so. So, yeah. Yeah. Unicorn Lisbeth 15. Wow, 15 unicorns now? First the 15 pandas, now we got 15 unicorns. She does the cry emoji. If you haven't seen my video on emojis, you should check it out. Super High Productions, Uncle Frank. I do a whole video about emojis. I don't like them. It's like, why do they have to have them hearts popping out of their eyes? Why do they have to have a dookie? Like, ugh. I'm here to answer questions. I'm here to be wise. This is the live stream to let you all know what you'd be needing in your life. Panda15 asks, where's the emoji video? YouTube.com/superhighproductions. I am in partnership with this fella named Michael B, who is the director and creator of such videos. Ooh, Panda, you got all them emojis on there. I don't like them emojis. Go check out the video. Go check out Super Hive Productions. Uncle Frank explains all of it. There's 3 seasons. When we first started doing this, we put all the videos on another channel, and they did okay. And we ported them over to Super Hive, and we've got the first 12 videos or so up on there as one video. Same thing with season 2, one video. And then with season 3, we have individual episodes. So it's kind of confusing. You'll see like Uncle Frank explains martial arts. Uncle Frank explains hot dogs or whatever. Uncle Frank explains cartoons, whatever. But then you'll see like Uncle Frank season 1. One video, but it's like 12 topics. Same thing with season 2. The emoji one, if you really want to know, is like episode 4 or something. It's on there. It's on there. Just look for me. I'll be there. I'll be singing my little song. My name is Frank, and I know a few things, so I'm gonna tell them to you. Right? And it goes into one thing, and then it rolls into the next, into the next, into the next, into the next, and like each episode is like 2 minutes long, 14 minutes like total. It's definitely worth checking out. If you like seeing what you're seeing today, you should check out those videos. Those are really cool. I'm really keen. So I've got about 10 more minutes here for our live stream session. I want to thank everyone who stopped by. And believe me, there's more people that could probably be stopping by, checking out this thing. I want to shout out to the Dean of Garbles, Garbledine, the 15 pandas, the 15 unicorns, Modcap Photo, J.M. Bogarts, who else? If I forgot who was on here earlier and you done witnessed my stuff, I do apologize. this is a whirlwind adventure for me. I don't know what I'm doing. Like I said before, I've never touched an Instagram before, so I have no idea how these things go. But my good friend and pal, Eugene Nix. Yeah, I'm friends with him now. The guy that wrote that book, Living the Superior Life. We're all friends now. We go on little tours together. In fact, once I'm done with my tour with Papa John, I'll be doing my tour with Eugene Nix. So he was saying, hey, you got to get on those social medias. You got to get on those platforms. And I was like, I'm on a platform. I'm standing up. And he's like, no, sit back down. And I was just like, okay. So now I'm on these platforms telling you, I'm shouting from the rooftops like, hey, social media, hey, Facebook and Twitter. This is what I think of such things. Because, I'm not going to be silent. You can't silent me. New Punisher holiday special. Now, Garbledine, I don't know who the Punisher is, so you better back off. But I've seen those videos, and they're pretty good. They're pretty darn good. What can I say? If the Punisher, whoever he or she may be, maybe I could talk him into it. Maybe we could all work together on one of those videos. If you haven't seen the Punisher's Christmas special, it's quite special. It takes place during Christmas, and he's a singing and a dancing, and you can check that out. Super High Productions. Now plugging for this guy, Michael B. Nah, and I'm not plugging for him, but you should all check it out. I hear puppies barking. I mean, somebody's home. Well, I think my time's up. I think I'm gonna give it maybe one more minute for any final questions, and then I will depart. But this was fun. If you want me to do it again, just shout out and say, "Hey, Uncle Frank, I had a good time. We should do it again sometime." Then I'll come back probably next week or never, and you can ask me a whole bunch of questions. No, I cannot show the dog, but I'll tell you, one of them's a little Pomeranian, but he's old. He's like as old as can be, and he's like this, and he's black and fuzzy, but he has a hard time getting around. The other one is like a poodle type thing. So I'm not gonna show you her either, because she's a yippy snippy. You ever eat something and you're just like, what did I eat? Ugh. Gotta stay away from those onions and garlic fries, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, yeah, I'm sad too, the video's done. So, this is where I say, c'est la vie. This is where I say goodbye. This is where I say au revoir. This is where I say sayonara. This is where I say toodaloo. This is where I say adios. And this is where I say gesundheit, because I'm done. I'm done. Now, how do I stop doing this live video here? How do I stop doing all this garbage? That's not it. Oh my goodness. What the heck? I really do have a poodle hat going on here. What the heck? How did that get... I gotta get rid of that. I'm trying to get my video off the screen here. No more live video. Siri, help me. No more live video. What the heck? I'm in outer space. I said no more live video. Just get me out of here. Oh, ooh la la. Uncle Frank. How dare you?